From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, July 4th, 2017. Silver's trading at $16.10 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,225 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 2.1 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $2,616. Antiwar.com reports Pentagon officials confirmed on Monday that they carried out an airstrike on Sunday morning inside the country of Somalia and that they were trying to target the al-Shabaab insurgency, saying they were after specific militant targets. What they actually hit, however, is not clear at all, with no words yet out of Somalia on the results of the strike, and the Pentagon insisting that they were still assessing the results and holding out the idea they might provide information in the future as appropriate. In practice, however, the Pentagon has recently been very tight-lipped about the results of airstrikes, especially those that did not go according to plan, meaning that al-Shabaab was targeted may very well be the last we ever hear about this incident. The Trump administration has given the Pentagon increased autonomy to carry out operations in several places around the world, including Somalia, and this is the second such strike in a little over a month. The previous strike was said to kill 8 militants. As far as this strike, it's anyone's guess. When you hear the word lobbyist, you probably think about greedy corporations, but not all lobbyists are the same. Some are fighting for the freedoms you hold dear. Liberty Lobby LLC is doing just that in New Hampshire, working hard to represent you, not some special interest group. You can help by going to libertylobby.info, where your contribution will give us the tools we need to ensure that your voice is heard. Visit libertylobby.info today to find out more. UPI reports the Russian government said Monday it is losing patience with U.S. officials over the property confiscated in the closure of Kremlin diplomatic compounds in the last few months. Former President Barack Obama imposed sanctions against Russian diplomats in December as punishment for Moscow's reputed interference in the presidential election. As a result, Russian officials were not allowed access to their property. On Monday, a representative of President Vladimir Putin said the Kremlin is running out of patience. Spokesman Dmitry Peskov said, "As a rule, we have spoken about the principle of reciprocity. As for Russia's patience on this matter, it is running out. That has also been mentioned at various levels." Russian officials were refused access to their buildings starting December 30th. The U.S. sanctions affected the Russian embassies in Washington, D.C., the Consulate General in San Francisco, and compounds in New York and Maryland. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports Maryland, Delaware, and Louisiana on Monday joined a growing number of U.S. states that have refused to hand over voter data to a commission established by President Donald Trump to investigate possible voter fraud. More than 20 states, including Virginia, Kentucky, California, New York, and Massachusetts, have declined to provide some or all of the information on the panel requested, saying it was unnecessary and violated privacy. Trump created the Presidential Advisory Commission on Election Integrity in May after making unsubstantiated claims that millions of people voted illegally for his main rival Hillary Clinton in last November's election. Calling the request repugnant, Maryland Attorney General Brian Frosh said in a statement that his office had advised the State Board of Elections that the commission's request was illegal. Frosh said the request appears designed only to intimidate voters and to indulge President Trump's fantasy that he won the popular vote. The commission sent a letter to the 50 states asking them to turn over voter information, including names, the last 4 digits of social security numbers, addresses, birth dates, political affiliations, felony convictions, and voting history. Louisiana Secretary of State Tom Shedler said the Presidential Commission could purchase the limited information legally available to candidates running for office. He said in a statement, "You're not going to play politics with Louisiana's voter data." Delaware Election Commissioner Elaine Manlove said in an interview that her office would not comply since the information was confidential. Manlove said she was working with the Attorney General's office to see if the request could be denied completely. Trump has blasted the states who have refused to turn over the data and posted a tweet on Saturday asking, "What are they trying to hide?" Civil rights activists said the commission will encourage voter suppression by justifying new barriers to voting, such as requiring identity cards to vote. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.